is matter? Matter is anything that has mass and takes up space. What is matter made of? An atom is the basic unit from which all matter is made. Different substances are made of different types of atoms, but all atoms have the same basic structure. Elements, molecules, compounds, oh my, let's learn what each of these are. Elements are substances made up of only one type of atom. An example of this is aluminum. Aluminum is made up of only aluminum atoms. Each element can be identified by its physical and chemical properties, which we will discuss in the next lesson. Elements cannot be broken down into different substances. The elements are listed in the periodic table according to their atomic mass. The modern periodic table is also organized to easily see how different elements relate to one another, with elements of similar properties grouped together. We will discuss this further in our lesson on the periodic table. Now let's move on to molecules. A molecule is a group of two or more atoms held together by chemical bonds. Now let me explain how many atoms bond together to form a molecule. It's just like the letters getting together to form a word. Electrons keep moving in shells outside the nucleus. Each shell contains a fixed number of electrons. The first shell can have 2 electrons, and the second can have 8 electrons. The third can hold 18, and the fourth can hold up to 32 electrons. The atoms in the outermost shell of an atom are called valence electrons, and the outermost shell is called the valence shell. Atoms bond with other atoms to form a molecule with these valence electrons in the valence shell. Remember one thing, atoms always keep trying to fill their shells. Take for example an oxygen atom. In its second shell, it can hold up to 8 electrons, but the oxygen atom only has 6 electrons in its second shell, so it is always looking for more electrons to fill its shell. Now, here is a hydrogen atom. It only has 1 electron in its outer shell, but it can hold 2 electrons in its shell, so it is also looking for more electrons. The oxygen atom bonds with 2 hydrogen atoms to fill its valence shell by sharing 1 electron from each hydrogen atom. In this way, the hydrogen atom's requirement is also fulfilled, as they can also fill their shells to their capacity of 2 electrons in their valence shells. By combining together, they become water molecules. Now let's move on to compounds. When a molecule contains more than one element, it is called a compound. A compound is a substance made of 2 or more elements that are chemically combined in a set ratio. Wait, I thought you said that water was a molecule. Yes, water is a molecule, but it is also a compound because it has 2 different elements. So all compounds are also molecules, but not all molecules are compounds.